Everybody Hates Rand is a Wheel of Time podcast that will contain spoilers for all 14 books. So if you're anti-spoiler, pause this, read all 14 books, and come back. We'll be here, waiting.
Our title is a joke and is meant to be taken as such. In the context of this podcast, everybody refers to us and our cat. You are free to feel however you want about Rand, who is a fictional character. Don't DM us.
The world is a mess, Dark One stretching out his hand. The dragon's reborn, the fire's been fanned, but everybody hates Rand. Everybody hates Rand. Everybody hates Rand.
Sally's wrapped up in a blanket.
I'm cold. I don't know what's happening to my body either. It's 80 degrees outside.
I mean, I don't know. I just think it's funny that you've got it like a Snuggie on.
Yeah, that's the best way to have blankets. I almost said wear blankets.
I don't think I've worn a blanket. I mean, in the way that blankets are supposed to be worn in like 10 years.
I love being wrapped up in a blanket.
I don't know why. I used to do it when I was younger, but now I'm just like, nope. Just put on my hoodies, I guess.
I do that too, and then I wrap up in a blanket.
Yeah, Sally's constantly burritoed.
Very cute. It just feels so nice, you know? It's like being just so swaddled. I think it's because my place of employment was exceptionally hot today. Like, I don't know what is going on. It's one of those buildings that, like, doesn't handle the, transition between weather very well, because, like, our AC and heating is a little weird, because it's a solar
You mean, like, the University of Utah?
Yeah. So, like, I don't think the building has fully adjusted to, like, having the air conditioning on. So everyone was just, like, sweating. So my body is like, all heat is gone now. You are cold, baby.
Makes sense.
It was truly awful, though. Anyway, Emily's wearing a fun sleeveless hoodie that says, "Enjoy Coca-Cola."
I don't see how what I'm wearing is relevant to this very academic, intellectual podcast.
You talked about how I'm wearing a blanket, and I talked about how you're wearing a sleeveless hoodie.
I'm just sort of embarrassed by this hoodie because I got it in the quote-unquote pride section at Target, which was not my intention to get anything that had a rainbow on it. And this is a very, like, subtle rainbow, but it was soft. And I was having an existential crisis in the Target, so it was sort of like a weird break of my willpower. But it's so comfy.
It was really cute, though.
Thanks. Just love me a sleeveless hoodie.
Yeah, Target does have the ability to break minds and souls pretty easily.
I know that Robert Jordan talks really extensively about women's dresses, you know, and that's like the running joke is that Robert Jordan just won't shut up about what people are wearing.
Yeah.
But I also feel like he doesn't do a good job of describing people's clothes. In that, like, I have a hard time picturing what people are wearing.
Yeah, same.
And either that or I sort of default to people are wearing the same thing every day, like cartoon characters.
Yeah.
Like, I associate this color with Rand. Like, I just automatically assume Rand's always wearing a red coat. Mm-hmm. And Matt's always wearing a green coat for some reason. And it's just like, what even are coats? Why is everyone wearing them even though it's 90 degrees outside?
Yeah.
Does everyone's shirts have to be long sleeve?
I think so, for modesty's sake.
I know, but, like, why? I just think fantasy clothing is mostly dumb.
Jerkins don't have sleeves.
Jerkins don't have sleeves. I just want Sarah McClintock to do all fantasy clothes.
Yeah. Follow Sarah on the social media.
And I think fantasy clothes should be way more skimpy if the weather permits.
Yeah, I don't understand why fantasy can't get out.
I don't know why dudes can't wear short sleeve shirts.
Or short shorts.
Or short... Oh my god.
Could you imagine Matt in short shorts?
For some reason, Perrin came to
I mean, Perrin's got that, like, the denim cutoff energy.
Perrin, if he was wearing denim cutoffs and, like, a bro tank, would be so frat. I couldn't even handle it. Because he's got, like, that big beard and, like... Yeah. Fucking just, he's a hairy boy and really muscly.
Very frat.
Yeah, Perrin would be very frat.
But like soft frat.
Yeah, but like a welcoming frat. Like not run for your life frat, but like a... That's a frat I can...
Yeah, it's kind of like the gentle giant idiot frat boy that everyone had in at least one college class.
Yeah, and who just, like, at parties monitors that everyone's drinking appropriately and walks people
Collects
home.
keys.
Yes.
Collects keys. Hi.
Oh, hi. He's very confused by the blanket. Okay, sorry, that was a fun 7-minute cold open. Welcome to Everybody Hates Rand.
I'm just thinking about everyone high in the 80s.
I'm worried about them, honestly.
They're okay now, I think.
Mostly.
Except for the people who died.
Oh. Well, that got real. Don't put your head on the table yet. We're not even talking about the dang plot yet.
Okay.
This is Everybody Hates Rand or whatever. I'm Emily. Forgot my name for a second there.
Okay, I'm Sally.
Do you even need to know our last name?
Or something.
No? Credentials.
Would you like to see my CV?
Your curriculum vitae.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how you say it?
I think so.
Okay. How is it different than a resume?
I think CVs can be a little bit longer. Like your resume.
Okay.
Like resume is the French word for summary.
Gotcha.
And so, like, if I remember when I was, like, looking at professors at school, their curriculum vitae would be, like, a couple of pages long.
You're
I
so
also
smart.
just think that, like, curriculum vitae is also more of, like, a European thing. Like, I don't know if they do resumes in
Like,
Europe
sometimes
in
it
the
seems
same
like
way.
a resume and a CV is the same thing.
Yeah, I think it is, generally.
Okay.
I don't know. Don't listen to me. I'm just saying some shit. I'm just saying some bullshit out of my mouth hole.
I feel like I'm learning, though. So...
Okay. It's still gonna be a weird one, guys.
We're both real tired.
so tired.
It's fine. We're here to talk about Perrin, world's softest frat boy, but in this instance, the most annoying frat boy of the entire universe. The heterosexual energy rolling off of him in these chapters is like a noxious fume.
Yeah, it's really
terrible.
Bad. It's really unfortunate.
Like unto the noxious fumes described in Ilion when they go to the stink quarter or whatever. I don't fucking know, like, why... Every city in the goddamn Wheel of Time has, you know, their, like, little class difference neighborhoods.
Uh-huh.
Like... The one that makes the most sense to me is the one in Abu Dar, where it's just like, and on the other side of the river is the Raj or whatever, and that's like where the poor people hang out, you know, and the rest of the city is the rest of the city. But then you get to Ilion, and it's like, and now we're going to where the common people are, and it's literally the stink zone. You cross a river that's sewage, and then you're like, and here we are now, and everything smells like shit.
Yeah.
And it's fine. We all stink here. Who cares? It's just nonsensical.
It really is so weird.
Like, Robert, we get it. It's medieval period. Everything smelled bad. You don't have to, like, tell us about it.
You also don't have to just, like, call poor people dirty.
Yeah, like, fuck, they can't come up with, like, solutions to their sewage issues. I just don't fucking know.
What is Ilion, if we're doing, like, a Wheel World to European parallel? What is Ilion?
Well, Ilion, it's weird. Ilion and Tyr fall in this weird category of being, like, one of the Mediterranean cities, it feels like Spain or Italy or Portugal.
Okay.
I mean, you enter Ilion and you get the, like, canals, which is, of course, is a very Italian vibe, but also just their style seems kind of Spanish. But I don't know, their system of government is a little bit more Italian than Spanish, at least in the, 1500s or whatever we're looking at. I don't know, Ilion's kind of like a weird, just like a weird Mediterranean zone. I don't know.
Mediterranean fusion.
Yeah, it's a lot going on there.
Conglomerate.
What do you think?
I don't know anything about Europe.
Oh. Bold.
I don't know. I kind of got Spain as well. Spain,
yeah, just
Italy.
like because like in my AP European history class in high school, it was like the main things we were constantly talking about were England, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain. And that like has a very like that kind of makes sense in terms of Wheel of Time. The like main cities you look at are Camelin, Tyr, Ilion, Cairhien, and kind of miscellaneous other cities. Maybe Abu Dar.
Our fantasy New Orleans.
Yeah, fantasy New Orleans.
I guess also could be Venice if they do Carnival.
Yeah, they do a lot of but a lot of cities do carnivals.
That's true.
But Evidar does do, like, a ton.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Was like, let's get funky.
Anyway, Kyrian is obviously France, and Andor is obviously England. And I guess Tyr kind of has, like, Portugal vibes. I don't know. Like, Spain, Portugal. What's Germany? Nowhere, I guess. Where's Germany? Yeah.
Where's Germany?
Where is Germany? Or, in this case, the Holy Roman Empire. I guess that would be Tarvalon.
That's probably fair.
Although Tarvalon doesn't have any land. It is so... I know we've talked about this before, but the Wheel of Time geography is, like, batshit.
Deeply confusing.
There's just, like, no man's land everywhere.
Yeah. They're like... And then that's where no one lives.
And then no one lives there. And it's like... But some people must live there because it's habitable land.
Yeah.
The apocalypse hasn't happened that recently, you guys. Like, I'm sure we're back to a fully populous continent, you know?
Yeah, and also you can't expect me to have a continent where people are just, like, sea land and don't go live there.
Yeah, people are like, land? That's my land.
This land is your land.
I hate that song.
This land is
It's a colonial song.
It is a colonial song, you're correct.
Okay.
Colonialism, bad.
Back to the plot, which we never really started with, so...
The plot is that Perrin is straight.
Perrin is so fucking horny, you guys. Oh my god, I can't fucking
It's really, like, upsetting.
It is... Ugh.
And
so
it's like,
terrible.
Good for you, be horny, boo-boo, but in a less obnoxious way, please, God.
I really like it when characters are just like, I'm horny.
Yeah.
And are like, damn, that woman's sexy, or whatever the fuck. Which is closer, like, Matt gets the closest, I guess. Like, okay, that's a hot lady.
Yeah.
Or in our dream Matt world, that's a hot dude.
Yeah.
You know? But Perrin's just, like, so fucking repressed that he can't just be like, and that's a pretty girl and I'm attracted to her.
Yeah.
And that is affecting the way I behave around her. No, he's just like, a tantrum constantly about his own dang dick. It's so annoying.
Repressed is a good word. I was trying to figure out why I was so annoyed by it, and it, like, never crossed my mind to call it, like, a repression. But that's totally what it is. He can't just be like...
Perrin reads like a high school Mormon boy, and I'll go down on that ship.
He does, though.
He does.
Do when he's, like, listening to the sexy song and he, like, can't.
He, like, can't
handle it.
He's like, I gotta be cool, but also I can't handle it.
Yeah, because
there's a girl right there, and they're talking about boobs, which she has. I don't fucking know what to do. It's like, oh my god, take a sex ed class. For fuck's sake.
Just, like, masturbate, my dude. It's gonna be fine.
This is, like, your one chance to do it, except Faile sneaks into your room in the dead of night.
Yeah, which is creepy, first of all. Faile gives off some creepy-ass motherfucking vibes in these chapters.
Like, Perrin, I would rather you just be horny and be like, she's hot, but she's also creepy as hell and has no boundaries. What the fuck?
Yeah, like that point when she just, like, tickles him on the back of the neck. I know, I'm like, why would you just do that?
She is so... they're just both so immature.
It's a lot.
The, like... Oh, I hate it. Just the immature the straight pride really jumps off in these chapters. Okay.
No, if I was Moiraine, they'd both be dead. I couldn't.
I really admire Moiraine's restraint in these chapters. Moiraine, although also I'll get into this, is so annoying in these chapters.
Yeah, it's true.
Literally every time she opens her mouth, I'm like, shut up. Yeah. You're just being a doofus.
Yeah, they're all annoying, except Loyal. He's never done anything wrong in his precious,
Loyal's a perfect life. Beautiful boy. Yeah. And the slutty tavern singer, I'm on her side. Good for her.
Yeah, where she's like, let's
get it,
fuck.
Girl.
Yeah.
She's just like, I'm gonna show off my titties and sing a song about sex.
Yeah.
That'll confuse the farm boys, and everyone's like, good for you. And I'm like, good for you.
Yeah, what's her story?
Yeah.
I wish she were the main reborn.
Honestly.
I would love it if there was a story where the chosen one is just like a slutty bar singer.
Yeah. Like, come on. Why is it always the dang farm boy?
No.
Why is it always someone who is, like, distant from sexuality because they have to then explore sexuality as part of their coming-of-age story? It's just like, why can't I just have a fully sexually realized person? Wouldn't that be a fun change of pace?
He's just, like, out here being like, yes, I'm not going to get distracted by sex because I'm totally competent when it comes to my own sexual feelings.
Yeah, I know. I am cool with jerking off so that I'm not attracted to land fear, you know? So to just, like, take the edge off of that whole thing.
Yeah, but then would we have to read a scene where Rand was jerking off? Like, at what cost?
I literally just, do you ever feel your brain just, like, shrink in on itself, like, hiding? It was like,
Or it'd just be like a tactful Robert Jordan cutaway. Like, what's worse?
I hate this. How would you cut away from that?
I don't know.
Like, it would be, like,
Emily's gonna die.
It makes me so uncomfortable. Like, masturbation is totally fine. Like, do whatever the fuck you want. But
just
Rand?
Yeah, unacceptable.
It's also
It'd
because...
probably be good for Rand, though, of all
like,
people.
yeah.
Endorphins.
And also, if Robert Jordan was a capable sex writer, then maybe it would be fine. But he's not. That's my point.
Yeah.
Every time he gets to a sex scene, he's like, what's the point at which I can make it clear that this is a sex scene, but also maintain my dignity?
Yeah.
And it's like, first of all, there's no such thing, Robert.
Yeah.
Second of all, why do you always have to choose when people are, like, an item of clothing gets removed and then it's, like, fades to black?
Yeah.
How
it's
would
like
we...
a sock.
How, with Rand or anyone who's about to jerk off, do you, like, make it clear that they're about to jerk off? Because we have so many fucking scenes where someone's going to bed. And they're like, not only am I going to bed, but I'm going to do something in bed that usually involves the world of dreams. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I don't know, there's the classic, like, unlacing the leather pants.
I hate that.
Is this becoming too much? Are we crossing a line?
I feel like I've already crossed a line and I'm dead. I feel like I'm dead and this is hell. Thinking about any of Rand or Perrin, I'd probably be okay with Matt, but...
Yeah, any of the girls is fine.
Yeah, with the girls, that would be cool. That would be so fucking subversive that I'd be into it. But Rand, no. Okay.
I do maintain that it'd be good for him, though. I don't want to think about it happening, but he probably just, like, got a little boost of endorphins every night or every morning.
Yeah, can you imagine if Rand's whole, like, post-Vietnam PTSD thing that he's going on right now was interrupted occasionally by him jerking off to, like, give him a brief moment of sanity?
Yeah. He's just like, what's happening? I don't know, but I'm really horny.
Maybe not a good thing, because he's, like, killing people indiscriminately.
Oh, you're right.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, we have 3.5 chapters to cover. We're 20 minutes in. We haven't even talked about the plot.
But the plot is bad.
The plot is bad. Okay. The gang rolls into Ilion. They're like, here's Ilion. It's a city. Everything smells bad. Perrin is like, here's the situation on the ship. Everyone hates each other. End of sentence.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically Moiraine and Zareen / Faile glaring daggers at each other all the time, and it's like, why? To what end?
Yeah.
Why does Robert Jordan think all women by necessity hate each other? Like, what the fuck? If I was Moiraine, what you need to do to uncover the sexism in Wheel of Time is always just replace Moiraine with Gandalf and see if it would still read. Which is why that whole, like, sexy shoulder thing totally doesn't work.
Or does it?
Or does it? It would be a fun new exploration of Gandalf as a character.
Yeah.
But, so if we replace Moiraine with Gandalf, it makes zero sense that Gandalf would be like, another member to our fellowship? I fucking hate her.
Yeah.
You know?
Legolas, that bitch.
Yeah. Gandalf's just like, okay, cool. Another set of competent hands.
Yeah.
Like, Moiraine isn't so incompetent that she can't tell perfectly for herself that Faile isn't a dark friend. She's just a horny idiot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So what's the harm, Moiraine, in having a horny idiot? You know? One more person to look out for? It's not like you're doing a great job of that to begin with.
True.
Come on.
Well, and it's also really annoying when you think about Moiraine's age in relation to Faile, who's like, what?
Yeah.
19, 18,
19,
like
20.
A baby. Like, I don't know. And, like, sure, there are exceptions, but Moiraine is not the type of woman that I think would be, like, this aggressive towards an 18-year-old girl. Like, most women of Moiraine's age that exist in the world are like, okay, this kid is stupid, but whatever.
It's just, like, I don't get the beef, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I would be totally understanding if Perrin was like, there's weird tension because Moiraine is annoyed by Faile because Faile's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's that Moiraine is like, I'm angry at her. And it's like, why, though?
Yeah, doesn't Perrin say Moiraine's angry because Faile knows she's an Aes Sedai?
Yeah, and, like, spread it around, sort of.
Well,
but it's like,
isn't it Perrin?
Yeah,
like,
it's
they're
like,
fighting?
They're fighting, and so one of them, like, says it. And it's like...
Okay, then be angry at...
And, like, Moiraine's whole thing about, like, I have to keep it secret that I'm Aes Sedai. People aren't dumb.
Yeah.
Like... You're like a fucking blue-cloaked mystical lady with a gem on your forehead or whatever.
Yeah, and a huge man that follows you around who's
even
not
if
your husband.
someone's like, that's... Even if someone's not like, that's an Aes Sedai, someone's like, that's a magic lady. Like,
yeah.
Come on.
You give off your tropes, my lady.
Yeah, you're just like a bundle of tropes, so why do you have to make a big fucking deal out of it? Okay, anyway, that's annoying. But they land in Ilion... They depart, and Moiraine's like, okay, bitch, if you're gonna stay with us, then you have to take this oath to do what I fucking say. And Zorene's like, how's that going for you, all the people who vowed to do what you say? And Moiraine's like, let me tick them off. Rand, on a cross-country journey from hell. Mm-hmm. Matt, currently in the possession of explosives. Mm-hmm. Is he going to explode something? Probably. Edwin and Nynaeve, about to get kidnapped yet again. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Moiraine, you're not doing a great job of, being responsible for people. Mm-hmm. So, dumb oath, but Faile's like, fine, whatever, I'm in it to win it. I'll take your dumb oath. Because I'm horny as fuck.
For this?
Ride that dude.
Farm boy.
For this blacksmith. Does she know he's a blacksmith yet? She keeps just calling him, like, big boy. It's really obnoxious.
Yeah.
Big man or something, and it's like, ugh. Perrin also manhandles her. It's bad. He's like, get on my horse, and just like yanks her up on his horse. And she's like, oh, that was kind of sexy. And I'm like, if a man did that to me, I'd literally go ape shit.
Yeah.
And stab him in the fucking dick.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah,
Perrin is like really weird with her.
I know.
They're just weird. Okay, we don't have to beat the dead horse to death.
I just can't not talk about it because I hate it so much.
Seriously, give me hives.
Okay, they're riding through Ilion, and Loyal's, like, Perrin slowly regains his sense of empathy, because, I don't know, his dick isn't hard anymore.
Yeah, don't you know that that's what makes the dick hard? All your empathy goes there.
That's how vampires have sex.
It's
not about blood after all.
Yeah, that's why Twilight got so sexy in the end.
That's why, yeah, and that's why they had a baby. It's an empathy baby. Isn't it a fucking telepathic baby or some shit?
Yeah, it's like
so
weird.
That explains it. Okay. Sorry, now I'm just thinking about. And Edward's a telepath, so what the fuck? Okay. Anyway, Perrin slowly is like, oh yeah, other people exist. And he's like, dang, Loyal seems nervous. And Loyal's like, yeah, I'm nervous because, like, Ogier could be here and they're going to make me go back to my mom.
Loyal's so pure.
I know, Loyal's so pure. And Perrin's like, oh no, don't worry about it. Like, Moiraine won't let them take you. And Loyal's like, okay, that's comforting. But also, this city has a fucking weird vibe.
Yeah.
And Perrin's like, yeah, I'm slowly picking up on it too. It seems like people are just full of hate and rage for some reason. And that's not... I, as a 2-year New Yorker, am here to say that's actually pretty normal.
Yeah.
I was one of the people walking around with a mask of hatred and anger constantly. I was just like, fuck you all.
Yeah.
So
all 8 billion of you.
Whatever. Maybe, and they're like, it's the presence of the Forsaken. And I'm like, it's Trump Tower, I guess?
Yeah.
It's just the vibe.
Big mood.
Anyway, they get to this inn where a slutty girl is singing Good for Her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Perrin's like, blush, blush, blush. Oh, senpai. The, like, blushing anime girl trope.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking senpai. I don't know. What? Okay.
Yeah, Perrin.
Oh, Perrin.
What pop song should we have her be singing?
I don't know. What's the, like, appropriately slutty pop
Buttons
song?
by the Pussycat Dolls is pretty slutty.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's really
good. I'm not
good.
familiar with as the wealth of slutty pop songs that Sally is.
It's my one true passion in life. So anyway, Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls is a good one. Sex Dreams by Lady Gaga is also really slutty, and I love it.
Yeah, it's a pretty tame first verse that we are told, but then Perrin's like, oh, it seems to get more explicit, he says, but it's also Perrin, so I don't trust that it actually got explicit.
Yeah, she's like, skin, and he's like, oh!
She's like, and then I showed my ankles, and Perrin's like, oh my god, this woman's talking about a striptease! And Faile's like, or she just has ankles.
You fucking moron.
Fucking idiot. Ankles are not for male consumption.
Didn't you know?
Didn't you know? Okay. Moiraine's like chatting with the innkeeper and is like, what the fuck is up? And the innkeeper's like, hey, fake name, whatever your alias is in this town. She's like, oh yeah, things are pretty chill. The only news is that this one dude came from nowhere and is now like the leader of parliament. And also, everyone's been having weird dreams lately. And Moiraine's like, okay, gonna jot that down. Jot me down as scared. Because this is all sketchy. But hey, let's all, drop off our stuff and regroup. So they do that. And then they're sitting at dinner, chatting, eating fish or something. When Perrin is like, something smells funny. And whoa, it's gray men. I'm not very good at narrating action sequences.
And he's like, oh shit.
He's
London
like, oh,
Bridge
shit.
Sirens go off.
Yeah, he fucking grabs a chair like Shrek.
Yeah.
Give him the chair!
Yeah. And he just like rips it apart to get some bludgeoning club.
Yeah, to get some bludgeoning clubs because he's like, oh, I don't have my axe. Because, like, why would you bring your axe to dinner, you know? It's a polite, why would you bring your axe to Applebee's?
I mean, that's the one place you should bring an axe.
That's true.
You ever been to an Applebee's?
But there's a fight which they win handily because, I don't know, they've got a magic lady. This is like your full party facing, a bunch of level 1 duds, henchmen. Gray men aren't that threatening if you, like, spot them coming, then they're just, like, dudes with knives. But anyway, so then there's just, like, a bunch of dead corpses, and everyone's like, well, this is awkward. And the slutty singer is like, should I maybe sing a different song? And Moiraine's like, I know what sex is! You can sing whatever you goddamn want. And the girl's like, okay, copy that. And the innkeeper's like, well, we better dispose of these corpses. And Moiraine's like, excuse me, I have to leave to go see what the fuck is up. And Lan's like, well, let me come with you because that's literally my job description. And Moiraine's like, no.
Yeah.
No.
It's so confusing.
It makes no sense. She's like, some things you can't do with me. And it's like, what you gonna do that Lan can't be a part of, Moiraine? Out in the city. Like, is it a channeling thing? Because Lan can still watch your back while you're doing channeling stuff. It makes no sense. Nothing Moiraine does in these chapters makes sense. It's so transparently Robert Jordan just being like, and I have to move the plot along somehow.
So Moiraine, and I feel like Moiraine is more susceptible to that than any of our other characters. She's just like,
because she's allowed to be mysterious.
Yeah,
and it's very annoying. Like, she literally says the most batshit stuff in these few chapters, and it's like, girl,
like, are you having an episode?
Yeah,
like, what's going on?
Speak, say normal shit.
I need you to stop saying weird shit.
I need you to stop saying odd shit. Then she's like, I don't sleep, I only dream. It's like, first of all, that's Perrin.
Yeah.
True.
Perrin's got some whacked out dreams.
Yeah, we'll talk about those in a second. First, Lan is like, would you like to play Sherlock Holmes and say the game is afoot and come outside and just inspect this alley for any weirdness? Mm-hmm. And Perrin's like, that seems like a waste of time. And Lan's like, yes, but I'm sad because Moiraine left without me, so do me this favor. So they all troop outside to check it out, and conveniently they happen to find a Darkhound print in stone, which Perrin's already seen, but now Lan's like, that's a Darkhound print, and Perrin's like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Also, it's like the Grey Men were after Perrin, and that was like a whole new thing.
Yeah. Like,
Moiraine's like, oh, well, you're Taviran, so I guess that you're now gonna have people after you, and Matt on the other side of the continent is like, yeah, no fucking duh. Apparently proximity to Rand isn't what affects this whole thing.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm still wanted, dead or alive.
Wanted.
Even though I'm 3 states away from him.
3 whole European countries.
Yeah, European countries are about equivalent to a United State, so.
I know, isn't that so weird?
I know, it's wild.
If we drove, it would take us like 4 hours to get to Idaho.
Yeah.
Or less. I don't know where Idaho is. I mean, I know where Idaho is.
Okay, it would take us 2 hours to get to Idaho from here to the Idaho border. If we wanted to get to, like, a place in Idaho, it might be 4 hours.
If you want to, you're never going to get to any place in Idaho.
I know, it's all hell.
Sorry, Ferg.
Sorry, Ferg. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry, but Idaho's terrible. We can say that because we're in Utah, which is also terrible.
Utah's, I think, objectively the worst.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Wyoming.
I agree. I hate Wyoming. Only bad things have happened to me in Wyoming, so. Okay. So Lan's like, all right, well, there's, magic wolves, magic dogs after us, so nighty-night, get some sleep.
Yeah. And
we're probably gonna leave.
What the shit?
And everyone's like, okay, well, that's super reassuring. So Perrin goes to bed and is like, I got a dream. And he does dream. And he's like, Hopper, what's going on? Can you tell me what's going on? And Hopper's like, no.
Because I'm a mentor and I don't give a shit about you.
Yeah, Hopper's like, I'm equally mysterious, and also you shouldn't even be here because you're such a fucking novice. And Perrin's like, that's fair, but also, please teach me.
Polls?
And Hopper's like, no, because I too am a transparent plot device. But Perrin does see some creepy visions, including Matt dicing with balls of Bond.
It is a cool image.
It's a very cool image, especially because, like, in our next chapter, we'll see, like, what exactly that means.
Yeah.
In terms of Perrin finding out that someone's going to spring a trap on the girls and, like, kill them, and Matt being like, I'll fucking bet you that you don't.
Yeah.
Gamble with me. I'm gonna get to them before you do.
So cool. I love all images of people, like, making deals or things with the devil.
Yeah.
Like, the devil went down to Georgia.
Yeah, Matt's got a very the devil went down to Georgia vibe. In his, like, trading things to, like, eldritch beings, as it were. He's so just good.
God, I love that boy.
He also sees, of course, the girls walking into a trap and springing it on themselves, but then, like, some people laughing at them. Like, Leandrin and, I guess, Lanfear.
Lanfear.
Yeah, then Hopper's like, get the fuck out. So Perrin gets the fuck out. And then wakes up, and there's Faile just sitting there watching him sleep by candlelight because the Twilight parallels couldn't be more obvious. Yeah. She's like, hello, you're beautiful when you sleep, but your chest isn't hairy enough. And Perrin's like, stop policing my fucking body.
Stop policing my body hair.
What the hell? Why are you like this?
Yeah, she is super weird about his body.
Know. Yeah, she's like, grow a beard. Beards are sexy. And Perrin's like, okay.
But it's itchy.
But it's itchy. And she's like, too bad. I like it. And he's like, okay, I guess I'll keep it as my main thing for the rest of the series. Sorry, I just forgot what happens.
Then they, like, leave, basically.
Then Lan comes in.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, Moiraine comes in and is like, we have to leave. One of the Forsaken is ruling in Ilion. And everyone's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, well, okay. Thank you for this. And it's like, I don't remember reading this the first time and being particularly, like, surprised or alarmed by this. It's very weird, the relationship with the Forsaken, because they're presented as these, like, terrible, you know, mythological figures. Apologies for the cat digging through the litter box in the background. These just, like, creatures of nightmare, you know? And, like, to the point that the wolves have specialized nicknames for them. But it's like, when we meet them, they're just so human that it's, like, hard to be, like...
super afraid of them.
Yeah. We've already met Lanfear and been like, okay, well, she's just horny or something.
Yeah.
And we've met Balsamon and been like, okay, well, he's just a dude who's on fire. And the other two Forsaken, like, went down pretty easily, you know, that we've met in book 1. So it's just like... I, as a reader, am not particularly intimidated, and I don't remember being intimidated on my first read-through either. I was just like, okay, well, I guess now the stakes have upped appropriately. Like, we've now leveled up to the point where we can maybe fight the Forsaken.
Yeah. No, I've never found them particularly frightening either, especially when we get into their points of view and they're all just sort of, like... Petty and... kind of stupid sometimes.
Yeah, no, they're all incredibly stupid. Like, the only danger they present is in whatever, like, plots they're weaving to, like, do weird shit in the background. But, like, with the exception, maybe, of the, like, what's her name? God, I just fucking forgot her name. The
stabby one?
What? Who's the stabby one?
Ow! Apparently it is our cat. Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Forsaken who's, like, resurrected in a woman's body. I can't remember her name.
No.
Arengar, yeah. And she's kind of freaky just because there's, like, a very horror movie setup of her being in the Aes Sedai camp, and she slowly starts picking them off.
Yeah.
And no one knows what's going on because it's, like, a male channeler.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit creepy, but, like, other than that, yeah, none of them scare me. And she doesn't scare me, just, like, that setup scares me.
I think I was talking about Cimaraj, the one who does all the torture.
Yeah.
She doesn't, like, she's such a caricature of that type of character that it doesn't scare me. I just am upset by her presence. Like, when you have to read those extended torture sequences.
Yeah, and Robin, I was, like, real glad when Robin bit it, you know? The one who was really rapey with everyone, pretty much.
He's skeezy.
He's gross. But it's, like, in terms of villains, I would almost, like, I would literally rather see Tylan dead than any of the Forsaken.
Correct.
I'm just like, okay, whatever, I don't really care that much about them.
Kill that Tylan bitch, though.
So anyway, but our characters are afraid. They're afeared. So they run off in the dead of night and sort of just gallop out of the city, and then there's, like, howls because the Dark Hounds are behind them. Mm-hmm. And they have to fight them off, I guess.
Yeah.
Lan's like, oh yeah, you can't outrun them. You just have to, like, take a stand. And it's like, he'd already killed one, which is just this weird thing, because I don't think for the rest of the series, we almost never see... I can't remember an instance where we actually see someone kill a Darkhound in, like, close-up combat.
Yeah.
Which I guess is what Lan must have done.
Because Lan can do anything, Emily.
Because Lan can do anything, I guess. But it's like, from now on, they all get, like, bale-fired.
Yeah.
So, how do you kill them otherwise? Because there's, like, the whole thing about, like, any of their fluids will just, like, poison you or some shit.
What the fuck?
I know.
I don't like the word fluids.
Sorry.
It's just kind of gross.
It felt better than saying saliva and whatever else. Blood. But they, like, choose a place to make a stand, and Perrin takes one out with arrows. He has to shoot it, like, 9 times. And then Moiraina's just like, okay, well, that was fun. Good for you, Perrin. But now I'm going to kill the other 9 of them with balefire. And someone's like, what is that? And she's like, something forbidden. Something I would be punished for even knowing. And it's like, girl, just say balefire.
Yeah, Nynaeve did it, like, 3 chapters
ago. Moiraina's like, no one knows how to do it except for me. And it's like, Nynaeve did it because she fucking is mad all the time.
Nynaeve was pissed the fuck off and was like,
so she
balefire.
whipped that out of her ass.
Shut up. Rand's doing it too, isn't he?
Yeah, Rand's been doing it too. So it's like, girl, it would be great if you were just like, it's balefire, it's real bad, don't do it.
And all of them were like, well, none of us can channel.
None of us can channel, bitch, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
You can tell us whatever, I'm not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to be like, and this is how you do it, and I'll be able to do it. Like, it's not a science thing.
Yeah, I can't just do it under my microscope.
They're not magic people, Moiraine.
She is extremely annoying. Everyone's extremely annoying in these chapters.
I know, I'm just like, I hate all of them right now. I'm just like, I need to get away from them.
Yeah. Bring me to Matt.
Bring me back to Matt. Anyway, so now they're kind of like, and now we have to, like, run all the way to Tyr. Because there's not really a ship. We just have to cross-country hoof it.
Have to do running.
We have to do running, more travel, but luckily we don't cut back to them until they actually get to Tyr. Thank God. I can't stand another minute of this particular group of people. Their chemistry is just horrific.
Poor Loyal.
I know, poor Loyal. Get Loyal out of there.
What if Loyal is with Matt and Tom right now?
That would be really hilarious. Imagine Loyal with the fireworks. He'd just be like,
Matt, stop! No, don't do it.
And Matt would be like, excuse? I'm just so curious.
I know, it would be, Matt and Tom are, equally matched in their sort of chaos, whereas Loyal is pure peace.
Yeah, Loyal is pretty much the definition of lawful good.
Yeah.
And then you have Matt and Tom over there, chaotic good / chaotic neutral sometimes.
Matt's chaotic good, Tom's chaotic neutral.
Yeah, that's true. Tom's like, kill a king.
Tom killed 2 kings, Maryland.
God, Tom killed 2 kings, Maryland. I'm trying to think of any neutral things Matt has done. Matt always ends up doing the good thing.
He's a good, angry boy.
He's a good,
Could you
emotional
be
boy.
Chill?
No,
Holy
he's
shit.
so angry at us. Okay, well, we got through that segment.
With God as our witness. We got through the horny teenagers.
Not really, though. We still have to put up with a whole other book of them. Oh my
Like
god.
a whole other series of them.
I know, but like they get a little more bearable once they've
Yeah.
grown up a little bit.
Book 4 is truly bad. Though.
Yeah, book 4 is like nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Book 4 is what I thought would happen to me, you know, when I was about 13 and thought every woman had to marry a man and have 3 kids. That was like what I thought my relationship would be like. And now I'm like, oh god, thank god.
Yeah.
It isn't.
Jesus.
I know. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're done.
This is your weekly PSA about supporting us on Patreon if you are able. We have a lot of super fun rewards, including our blooper reel that has maybe some good content out of this episode. And our other podcast, We Don't Watch Outlander.
I love explaining we don't watch
I know.
Outlander to people. I'm like, we started a podcast called We Watch Outlander, but then we hated Outlander so much that it's now called We Don't Watch
It's pretty, yeah, it's got a weird energy, but I like that one. I think it's fun.
Yeah, next up on that one is a Tom Holland interlude.
Yay!
We're delving into Tom Holland's very weird filmography.
Yeah.
Into the historical fiction years that he has like 9 movies of.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks to Glenna McKenzie for our theme song. Thank you to you for listening and for all you do to support us, whether that's on Patreon or just following us on social media or just listening. That helps.
So much.
Rating and subscribing on iTunes would also be a big help. But do you have a sign-off for us?
Yeah. Today I spent like 6 hours on the phone calling people from the auction that was at the oh my god, there's like a lot of elements to the story. Bird Gala over. There was an auction. Almost nobody remembered that they bid on anything because they were all too drunk, and so I had to have like 18 conversations with people who were like, I bid on what? And I was like, oh, you owe me $850. It was very bad.
Sounds terrible.
But I got their money, so.
Basically, don't be drunk and go to an auction.
Basically, don't be drunk.
Yeah, it's a bad combo.
Actually, that's the whole theory behind them is when people get drunk, they spend money.
No, yeah.
So it's like pretty
good for you,
sleazy.
but bad for them.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Anyway, that wasn't a very funny one, but it was pretty traumatic.
Birds.
Goodbye.
Auction.
Bird.
I'm so tired.
Bird.
Bye.
Bird.